Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros. This is the Fantasy Football live stream for the waiver wire for Week 11 in the NFL. It's me, Joey P, Joe Pisapia. With me, of course, is D-Bro, Derrick Brown, the king of bros, the fantasy bro. And it's all of you. Thanks for hanging by with us as we were working on some technical issues. But clearly, we've gotten them all right, thanks to John. I don't know where we'd be without John, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I will say this, too. This is that time of day and the time of year where the sun in my room is so bright. Do you see this sort of weird, it's like the angels,
the olive complexion. It's beautiful, Joe. It's like you have, like
it's like in the Blues Brothers where he's looking up and he's getting the message from God. And hopefully we'll be able to help all of you with your waiver wire. I'm looking into the future. That's what's happening here. And a shout out to all the folks who covered for me so I could have a few days off in a row. It was a beautiful thing. I got drunk on butterbeer at Harry Potter World. I may or may not have, punched somebody out in a wizard robe. Things get crazy in that place. But I never asked you this. What house are you? I think you're a Gryffindor, aren't you?
That's what you think?
You know why? Because you're mischievous, but I think at the end of the day, you're a good person. And I think what are you, though?
I'm Slytherin.
See, so am I, but I don't think you're nearly
That's why we
as
get
bad
along,
as I am.
Joey.
I never would think you're as evil as I am. John would probably disagree, but that's okay.
John
we
would
want to hear from all of you. So 2 Slytherins here hanging out.
Hey, at least we're not Hufflepuff. That's all I got to say. It's a good day.
Hufflepuffs make the world go round.
That's
you
fair.
need the Hufflepuffs. You need them. John's probably a Hufflepuff, keeping us grounded.
I feel like he's a Ravenclaw. I feel like
that's true. He is very wise. Oh, yes.
See, he's shaking his hand. He's Ravenclaw. Told you.
All right, so let's put that nerddom aside for a second. Let's talk about fantasy football, because that's not nerdy at all.
A lot less. Yeah.
All right, so let's get after it here. Before we do, just a quick reminder, we have got a lot of giveaways today, including this bad boy, the first one. That's right, I said first one. A TJ Hawkinson autographed jersey. We're giving away this bad boy to you. Look at that thing. Woo-hoo-wee. 5 games in a row. Subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. That's all you got to do to win this. Comment below. That's it. And it's courtesy of Pristine Auction. We're giving that away right now. And if you don't win this, don't worry. You can still sign up at pristineauction.com using the link in our video description. And you can use that promo code FantasyPros to get $10 off your first order from Pristine Auction. But we got another giveaway, so don't go anywhere, kids. So drop them comments, subscribe to their channel, and get fixing to ring the bell till it goes ding so you can win that TJ Hawkinson jersey. All right, Derrick Brown, let's get to the questions. Let's start with Sebastian Gardulski. Mahomes or Stroud the rest of season? Now, this is... I mean, are we there yet? Are we there? I don't think we're there.
We're not there. No. This is a very spicy meatball. So thank you, John, for pulling this from the questions. Look, we're not there yet. As much as Mahomes has had the ups and downs, and we've seen the floor kind of drop a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. I still can't put CJ Stroud there. And CJ Stroud, Joe, we've talked about him all draft season, all off season, every time we could have a chance to talk good things about CJ Stroud, we have. But Mahomes, look, you still got Travis Kelce. Rashee Rice is coming on. He's still the magician that pulls the rabbit out of the hat, no matter who catches passes from him.
I just recorded a Betting Pros video, and for this week, it's I top 10 I do every week. Huge in TikTok. I'm huge in Japan. Very, very big. So you can get right now a plus 270 the Houston Texans to win that division, and you can get D'Amico Ryans at plus 300 for Coach of the Year. Oof. I find it hard to vote for anybody else. Like Dan Campbell's still at the top of the board, but I'm like
Dan Campbell has a really good roster. Kevin O'Connell needs a seat at the table. Okay,
he's like 1,400. Ooh, it's crazy. I thought O'Connell would have been like 5, but he's not.
Yeah, he should have been plus 500 at least.
All right, let's go to the next one. You know what you do, Sebastian? You trade CJ Stroud because his value's never been higher, and you just roll with Mahomes.
Yep, that's fair.
Mats wants to know, I just traded Kyron Williams and Keaton Mitchell for Jameer Gibbs. What do you think? Mats, I think in your league. I think
slam dunk, baby. We're talking about, hey, we started off this show talking about magic. That is some wizardry.
Look at that.
I can't even hit the word. Now I'm just falling over.
Wizardry.
Wizardry. Well, see, you're
a lot of
cheating. You just
wizardry.
came from a Harry Potter world, so you obviously know how to enunciate that better.
Look at this glare now on my neck. It's like I had one of those things where I got like I smoking out of here. You know, like I smoked.
No. I just want you. Can you not move for the rest of the show? Because I want to see the wonderful sunburn outline that's going to be created.
No, see, I don't burn. I never burn. And I'm tanner than I was.
Oh, we got to test this. There needs to be an all.
You've been to my house in the summer. You know I don't.
Yes,
burn.
I know. And you flaunted it back then. You were like, I'm not wearing sunscreen.
There's Derrick Brown at my pool. He's like,
all right,
third.
I had SPF 200. Okay, I understand. I know me. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Next question's from Brett Mason. PPR, do I hold with Henry or trying to upgrade?
Oh, God.
Any trade candidates for you to suggest?
So wrong. So, well,
smoking's bad for you, kids. Don't smoke.
Smoking is bad for you. So note to everybody out there.
So what do you do with Henry? People are really panicking over Henry. People want to drop Henry. I've taken questions the last couple of days.
But dropping him?
People have asked me in 10-team leagues if they want to drop him, and I understand it because this is the damage that a young, incapable quarterback can do to your roster. Because when Will Levis takes over the offense, I know that first one, everybody, where are all you now? Where I saw you in the YouTube comments. There was a couple of you like, these morons said to sit DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, and I would do it again and again and again. You know why? Because it was bad football practice to start him. He had 3 touchdowns. The Atlanta Falcons defense that day was the gift that was never ending. They were awful in the secondary that day.
Yeah, they were terrible.
But that's not the truth of what Will Levis in this offense is. And now we're seeing the truth, and I don't see those people. I don't see them. Maybe it's the light. In my eye. I can't see anything.
You're not going to get anything back for Henry. I think that you have to ride this out. And looking at the schedule, I'm not telling you that it's going to be better days ahead as far as going against the Jacksonville Jaguars. But the next week they get the Carolina Panthers, Joey. And so we know Derrick Henry is going to just steamroll them like a Mack truck. So after that, or if you can sell the upcoming Panthers matchup, if you could sell that hard and pull the used car salesman, then maybe you get rid of Henry. But it all depends on what you're going to get back.
All right, you got to get the extra, that extra special coat of paint, that sealant coat, and then you got to get the what else do they always sell you? They always sell you a bunch of the other warranty.
You really don't know cars, warranty. Do you? You really?
I know that they go. I'm not a car guy. Like, I don't care.
Really? I wasn't aware. I mean, you really were selling me all that.
Like, if you gave me a Camaro or something, I'd be excited. But like, I don't like these people. John,
did he say Camaro right? I need a. Okay, Camaro, all right. Thumbs up. Just saying.
I don't want to say that. It's like a crazy here. But yeah, just as long as it's 4 wheels and it goes and it's the sound is good inside, I'm good.
That's not Camaro. I can tell you that.
It's Alvin Kamara. Is that it? Let's go to Frank Allen. Hey guys, should I trade away Ridley and Stevenson for Devon Achane? This is an even trade? ? If not, what can I get for either one of those guys? So Ridley and Stevenson for Achane, it seems like an overpay. However,
it doesn't runs over the Raiders.
I was going to say, is it? On paper, it looks like an overpay. But in a 14-team league, here's my problem. In a 14-team league, the depth is important. So I feel like you would want to get one other piece back with Achane. Like, I think that's what you're looking for.
That's not bad. I mean, getting a lottery ticket added to Achane would be the way to go. But straight up, would I do this deal? Like, could this pay off? Because the other part about this, have you been happy any week that you've been putting Ridley or Rhamondre into your lineups, Joey?
No.
Has that been pretty?
I don't have any Stevenson, but I've got enough Ridley where I can answer.
The other part of that is we don't have practice reports out and things like right now where we're recording, but Rhamondre left that last game with a back issue. Now he came back, but who's to say that the back doesn't tighten up? I would do this deal, and I would do it right now.
Yeah. And this shine here, I can't do anything about. This has just happened as we've started the show. And the curtain is way across. Angels. Everything's already closed. Again, this happens once or twice a year. And it then bounces. The light comes in and it bounces off one of the frames in the other wall. And this is what happens. So there it is.
I didn't know where you were going with that. The light reflects off the moons of Saturn and then comes down through my window.
Is in the southern sky. Let's get to what's the next one? KNR.
What was that?
KR. Who is that? Aquarius. The This is the dawning of the age of...
Can people flood the comments? Does anybody actually know what the heck he's singing? Because I've never even heard of this.
KR, if you had Jacobs, Walker, Swift, Achane, Gibbs, would you trade Jacobs and Walker for Kupp? Okay.
It's too much. It's too much. What has Kupp done to the... You should be able to get more than just Kupp.
They've got Diggs, Lamb, and Waddle right now. So I don't think I would rather have the running back depth, to tell you the truth. Because
I would stay where you're at. Yeah, stay where you're at.
I understand the thought process, though. Would you rather do Jacobs and... This is tough because, Jacobs and Waddle for Kupp seems like too much, too, right now.
I just think you're giving up too much for Kupp. You need to have another piece added to Kupp. Past that, it's just too much.
Recyclops, one of our good friends here. Hey, FP bros. Joe, hope you enjoyed your family time. I did, Recyclops. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. See, they care about me. The people do care. John tells me they don't, but that's not true. Half PPR. Am I safe to stop starting Calvin Ridley or Christian Watson weekly? Definitely Watson. I don't know if it's safe not to Ridley. They're giving him Agita, he says, and Bijan Robinson is a safe weekly starter now, ? Love you. Mean it. We love you too, Recyclops.
Love you too.
What do you think here? Watson, Ridley, what are you benching them for? Watson, I definitely get. But Ridley, I'm still rolling out there. Last week was bad. I think this is a get-right game this week for the Jags.
So you don't think a get-right game is coming for Watson versus the Chargers this week?
No, because Jordan loves playing quarterback. That's my answer.
No! Pat Fitzmaurice just feel like he got a gut punch somewhere.
Pat Fitzmaurice is the one that would tell you.
That's fair. That's fair.
Either way.
Although his Jayden Reed love knows no bounds. But anyway.
We've been temporarily stripped of our boundaries, which, is special. We're trying to fix some more tech issues here, as you can see on the show. So now you can see more of the glare on my face, which is great. Why do you have a black bar underneath you? Is that one of those lyrics things to censor you? Is that what's going on here?
Maybe I've hit my quotient for all the PG-13 things I can say on this show.
Let's change the screen
there we go.
By giving something else away. Let's do that instead. Oh, look, there we are. We're back. Look at that. So now everything is hunky-dory.
So pretty. Your face is glowing. You're beautiful.
Let's make John work harder. Let's do another giveaway because we're giving away this too. That's right. We're also giving away a Keenan Allen jersey. Can you believe that? Look at us. We're just got drunk and we're just giving away stuff here on Fantasy Pros. We're just all the butterbeer. Next thing you know, we're giving away Hawkins jerseys. Now a Keenan Allen jersey again. Oof, this one's from Pristine Auction. Unbelievable. Look at that. I love the baby blue, man. That is a hot look. That's a good looking jersey right there. And you can win this from Pristine Auction again, just like the Hawkinson one. Just subscribe to Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. Drop the comments, like the stream, ring the bell till it goes ding, and you might be the winner. And you can join us live on Thursday for our Start Sit live stream at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. And only users in the live chat or those who comment in the live stream will be eligible for this one. And you must sign up at Pristine Auction using that code Fantasy Pros. So sign up, bolt up, suit up for this Keenan Allen jersey from Los Angeles Chargers, thanks to pristineauction.com. It's pretty good stuff there. Pretty
Joey,
good. Yes,
I hear signed jerseys make very, very good Christmas gifts, okay? So just throwing that out there.
I'm going to get you a signed Darren Waller jersey. He's gonna.
Oh, you're so mean! Golly!
That's a funny thing to do. We've never done that. We should have gotten Erickson a Cortland Sutton jersey last year. How mad do you think Andrew is? Andrew's sitting here every week watching Cortland Sutton score touchdowns. And he's just probably sitting there every night going, the process was right. The process was right. There he is.
Look, that would be the same reason if you got me a signed Tony Pollard jersey. I would wear it every night and I would say the process.
How great was that catch last night from Sutton too, by the way? That touchdown catch was
very nice.
Very nice. And I made money on it.
Hey, Joey. Plus 300 money line for Denver.
I had that, and I had a parlay, the skinny parlay with the anytime touchdown for Cortland Sutton. I had a plus 700. Oof. So Joey P is a very happy boy today. Justin Sorge, hey guys, if I wanted to trade away Monty, who are 2 to 4 running backs I could realistically get for him? So let's look at the list of running backs here at fantasypros.com, where you can always see all the rankings at any given time here for the expert consensus. Looking at some of the running backs here. In exchange for Montgomery, here's a question. Would you want Aaron Jones or no?
No.
Okay. Would you want Ken Walker?
No. I'm gonna bring up a nice name, and I think that if
I know
you
who
get
it
rid
is.
of
Can I guess?
Monty,
Can I guess who it is?
Go ahead.
Javonte Williams.
Ooh, close, but no.
Okay.
Same division though. You're close, Joey. You want another guess, or
Yes, I do.
done?
As I try to move away from the light, I'm gonna just do the show from here.
All right. Who's your guess, Joey?
No, that was my guess. Javonte Williams.
Okay. Well,
I only get one guess.
I was gonna give you another one. Okay, Isiah Pacheco is the name that I'm teasing here, and I think you can get Isiah Pacheco plus. And I'm just gonna rattle off his rest of season schedule because people need to know, Joe. People need to know. So after they get the Eagles, which I know that's a tough matchup, the rest of these matchups, and again, stop me when I come to one that you were like, oh no, stay away from this, Joe. The Raiders, the Packers, the Bills, the Patriots, the Raiders, the Bengals, the Chargers. That's the rest of the season schedule for Isiah Pacheco. It's the stuff of dreams, man. So if you can get rid of Monty and get Pacheco plus, I would do that.
Our waiver wire pickup of the week is the subject of our next question, and that man's name is, of course, Ty Chandler of the Minnesota Vikings. That's right. The Vikings are on fire. 15 rushing attempts for him, 45 rush yards, and a touchdown, 10.5 points for him. Chandler could get a bigger workload here with the concussion protocol situation for Madison. That's looking like a good situation there for him. So Aaron Simmons has a question about Ty Chandler. I'm able to grab Keaton Mitchell or Ty Chandler off my waiver wire. Which of the two would you prefer? This was our big topic on yesterday's waiver wire show. So I guess Aaron had better things to do than listen or watch to that. But that's fine, Aaron. You want to have a life, that's on you. But let's answer Aaron's question right now. To recap yesterday, what is the take? Keaton Mitchell or Ty Chandler? Who would you rather have in week 11 waivers?
So I think this comes down to its roster specific. And I think that do you need a plug and play starter for this week and that certainty, whether it's RB2 or flex moving forward? Or are you shooting for the ceiling? And if you're going ceiling, it's Keaton Mitchell. And I tweeted this out last night. His numbers are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous over the last 2 weeks. That man has 200 total yards on 14 touches. Those are Isiah Pacheco against me in Madden type of numbers, Joe. Like those are insane. He's forced 12 missed tackles on 12 rushing attempts. So if you're shooting for the ceiling, it's Mitchell. Now, if you need a plug and play, like your roster's hurting, maybe one or two players are out and you need the RB2 or flex play, then it's Chandler.
All right, that makes sense. Let's go to A-Rod54 DTY. Is anyone else ready to get rid of Ridley? Like, I get the frustration, but I don't know, man. Like, I look, you bench him, but I don't think you want to drop him. I think that's just a stupid thing.
I think dropping Ridley, it really comes down to who would you be picking up. Now here's a guy, again, going back to, we went through, and for 2 weeks in a row, Joe, but his roster percentage is still not above 50%. Straight up, who do you want for the rest of the season? Calvin Ridley or Pop Douglas? I kind of lean towards Pop Douglas.
I'm still going to roll the dice with Ridley. I understand your thought process in the PPR because I think he's going to be a lock 12 points every week, but I'm not ready yet to throw in the towel with him. I know it sounds crazy, but I think the schedule gets a little bit better too after this last debacle.
Could you just go down and to the left or the right a little bit? Because I want to see your eye illuminate because you're kind of like LaForge off of X-Men. Oh, see, that's beautiful. Just stay right there. It's wonderful. That and you're probably halfway blinded.
This is my smolder. This is like I
don't think anybody needs that in their life, Joe. Nobody needs that.
This is like it's like the movie poster for Fantasy Pros, like where it's like Fantasy Pros are out for revenge, and I can barely look out my window. I think that's exactly what's going on there. Mercy Kemp, Joshua getting Dobbs. Mercy, you went far away with that one, but I'll let it slide.
We'll let it
Are
slide.
we getting on the train? His schedule looks good enough for him to produce. What do you think? So rest of season, where do you have Josh Dobbs ranked in your QBs?
He's just a QB 2. I've got him at QB 15. It's not that I don't like him.
But I understand. Like 15 sounds about right to me. Here's a question for you. Yeah. Someone I heard, I'm not going to name names, but someone I heard make a case where they were saying that he could be better than Cousins for Jefferson because he can extend plays. And I think it's a provocative idea. I would disagree with that notion because Kirk Cousins is a much better passer than he gets credit for.
Yeah. Yep.
However, it is an intriguing notion to think that at the very least, maybe Jefferson doesn't dip just because Dobbs is there. But what do you think about that Jefferson return, which could be this week?
I think in a passing volume state, it hurts Jefferson because I don't think we're going to see. Now, the pace is going to be fine for this Vikings offense. Where I think you see the dip is, does Jefferson go from 12 to 14 targets to 10 to 12 targets? And they do run the ball a little bit more, or Josh Dobbs uses his legs, which anytime he takes off running, that's a passing attempt that's taken away from the offense. So I think in that ilk, I think it's a downgrade. But the other part of this is, could we see more broken plays? Could we see Josh Dobbs do things that Kirk Cousins could not? And we do see a more big plays out of this offense, considering that. So it's probably in all respects a push, but I think the passing volume does take a little bit of a hit.
All right, let's go to Dominic Gazzetti, our friend Dom.
Hey,
dudes,
Dom.
If I could potentially start Ty Chandler this week, how much fab would you spend? Thanks, guys. I mean, Dominic, I guess whatever it needs to get done. I think at the end of the day, I don't want to say I want to empty all of it, but if you don't have much left, what do you have to lose? Right?
Agreed.
I think that's kind of the idea. And if you have a lot left, then enough that you're sure you're going to get him. I think that's the best answer I can give you in that. Austin Alejandre, go ahead. I didn't know if you had more to add.
No. I mean, first of all, shout out to Dom. Dom is in every one of these live streams every single week. He's showing us love out on social media. Love Dom to death. So appreciate you hopping in here, Dom. And I think everything you said was perfect, Joe. And the only thing I'll add on top of that is double check at this point of the season. Look at the rest of your league. Figure out who has fab and what is the demarcation line for that. Like, you got $50 left in fab, but everybody else has 17 or 20. Well, then you bid 21 and you know you're getting it. So it's easy.
Austin Alejandre, here's a good one. Even with the Woods Collins factor, in Zay Flowers or Noah Brown rest of season?
Flowers. Look, I get it, but Brown possibly can go.
Kool-Aid. He is. No. Derrick Brown is not. Your brother Noah gets no love. No love. By the way, I think we're finally.
He still gets to see the Thanksgiving table. I'm still sending him a Christmas gift. I mean, come on. I'm not mean.
We're out of the window of glare. I think we're officially past it. The sun has moved on now. But it was hilarious. It was fine. And then we started the show. And the first half hour of the show.
That's so weird. Like, how did that? Are you just like trying to cover up? Is one of your daughters just standing there with a flashlight in the back corner, like, hello?
This happened once on live TV too. It did it to me where I couldn't get up to fix it, but it comes through the side of the shade and then it bounces off the David Bowie framed poster and then it comes back over here. That's true. So maybe it's David Bowie speaking to me from the beyond. Perhaps that's what it is.
Yeah, could be that.
There you go. Cal, I just traded away Rachaad White for Derrick Henry, a non-PPR. Big win, question mark? My RB group now is ATN, Henry, and Gibbs. Is it a big win? I don't know if it's a big win. I think it's a win with a lowercase w.
Is it PPR versus half point? Ooh. Then yeah, I think it is a win. I would say that's a win.
It's a small win.
Whose touchdown equity do you feel better for the rest of the season? Rachaad White or Derrick Henry? Rachaad White has been bailed out by all the receiving.
Is there
production.
A C? I'd like to answer C.
No,
Patrick,
you get no C.
Patrick says, drop Jets defense for Browns, Chiefs, or Lions. Well, this week the Chiefs have the Eagles, so I don't love that. The Browns have the Steelers this week, so I like that one. And then I can't remember the Lions.
The Jets have the Buffalo Bills. Did we see what happened last night? Yeah, I'm going with the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Browns against Kenny Pickett at home. The Browns defense at home is really good.
That's fair. Now, my counterpoint to that is Pickett's not going to turn the ball over because Mike Tomlin's not going to let him. They're just going to run the ball all day.
Funny because it's true. All right, let's go to the next one here. Michael McPherson, Yaramilo. Might sound crazy, but drop Lamar for Dak or Dobbs. Herbert is the other QB. Well, first of all, what the hell kind of super flex league is this where any of these guys are available is what I'm guessing. Like, how is this even a thing?
That can't be a super flex. It's like a 1 QB 8-teamer. That's...
Yeah, but okay. So Lamar or Dak rest of season is the question. And I think the answer might be Dak.
I think the answer is Dak. The answer... So just to throw this out here, I haven't seen where Dak is ranked after last night, but I would imagine he is probably finished
let's play the
top
game.
3 fantasy
let's
quarterback.
Play the schedule game. Carolina this week, Washington, Seattle, Philly, Philly at home this time, Buffalo, Miami, Detroit. I like Dak. That's a good schedule.
I'll say this. Dak has not finished outside the top 3 fantasy quarterbacks over the last 4 games. He's literally been QB1, QB2, or QB3 in every single
And Jackson
game.
over that same span, QB 28, 18, and 16.
Woof. The answer is Dak.
Cincinnati, then he's got the Chargers, plus Lamar still has a bye to go.
Yep.
That's another reason to like Dak. Then he's got the Rams, then the Jags, the 49ers, and Miami in the playoffs. I prefer the Dak schedule, plus you're already past the bye. And that's a big deal at this point, like getting past those bye weeks. Michael's next. In need of RB and want to move D-Hop, what kind of RB should I be trying to aim for DeAndre Hopkins? An RB for Hopkins.
Somewhere in that high-end RB2. Like, I think you could
get Javonte, everybody.
Could you get Javonte? Could you get Devon Achane?
Get Connor on the cheap.
You could get Connor, Joe Mixon, also Jerome Ford is also a very interesting.
Did you do Jaylen Warren?
Ooh, I feel like that's selling low. I love Jaylen Warren, don't get me wrong, but still, Najee's going to have a part of this backfield. So
yeah, but Hopkins and Levis rest of the season does not make me feel Warren. I think I'd rather have Warren.
No, but again, you're lower on Hopkins than consensus is. Everybody still has it fresh in their mind of that massive. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong.
I know, but I want to say that I'm right about it because I think,
of course, you always do.
Yeah. No, I'm wrong plenty of times. But shall we talk about DeAndre Hopkins' incredible fantasy points for the year and half PPR? Yeah. Let's talk about it. He's wide receiver 27 on the year. Okay. He had one game where he had 33 points. Let me run through the rest of them. 10 points, 6 points, 6 points, 8 points, 18 points. Okay. 3 points, 33 points, 9 points, 4 points. What?
Ew.
Give me Warren. Consensus is wrong in this one, I think.
I disagree.
David Simeon. I just gave you the numbers. You're a numbers guy.
I just said you're right.
Oh, I thought you said I'm wrong.
I said you're not wrong.
Oh, I missed the not part.
Sensitive.
Well, I gave you numbers. You're a numbers guy, and then you couldn't say no to the numbers.
You've been blinded by the light.
I am. I can't see out of this eye the rest of the day. I'm like a pirate. By the way, I want to thank one of the sponsors of today's show, and it's Uber Eats. You can get food from your favorite restaurants, plus groceries and other essentials delivered straight to your front door with Uber Eats. This football season, stay planted on your couch and get anything, well, almost anything you need for game day by ordering on the Uber Eats app. Uber Eats, the official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Alcohol in select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See the app for details. Uber Eats. Sounds delicious to me. I want to know what the almost stuff is that I can get. That's what I want to know. Let's get to David's question. Drop Algier and pick up Ty Chandler or Hunt in PPR. I think Hunt has more long-term appeal.
No.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Mitchell Sharp. What do I do with Pollard? Mitchell, Derek Brown's here to answer that question for me.
I'm going to put on my signed Darren Waller jersey while I answer this one. What do you do with it? You have to hold on and hope that he has a good game this week and then trade him. Past that, what else
do you think it's a matter of he's not built for the role, or a matter of we didn't take into account enough the surgery that he had this offseason?
I think it's the surgery. And for everybody, look, full clarity, transparency. Yes, I had Tony Pollard as my RB1 going into the season.
Yeah, but consensus was pretty high on him too.
The process part of this was right in the sense that he has had the role. He has stayed healthy. Mm-hmm. All of the red zone and the work has been there. I didn't see him getting vaporized into dust and being unable to break tackles. And that's the part that has thrown me and everybody else that's drafted him for a loop. So I think it's a surgery. I really do, because Tony Pollard even went passing the eye test. There's been multiple runs where he's broken off runs and you're like, okay, well, 2021, 2022, Tony Pollard would have housed that run. Instead, he gets knocked down at like the 10.
Next question from Hoodie Lex. Trade Fields and Addison for Devonta Smith, Gabe Davis. I have Murray. I don't know why that matters, but trade Fields.
Well, they have another
you're
quarterback.
Replacing. So Addison and Fields for Devonta Smith. I'll tell you what, with the injury to Goddard, Smith is even more interesting. I'm not a big Gabe Davis guy.
It's the
anymore.
Gabe Davis part of this. That's really just not like I'm not copacetic with. Like I would rather the Fields and Addison side for the upside.
Yeah, but again, if you have Kyler Murray, I think what you're trying to do here is just trade Fields for Devonta Smith straight up.
I mean, the way that I look at it is you have Fields and Murray, so out of one of them, you're probably starting a top 5 quarterback weekly. So
go get a wide receiver for Fields. I'm sure you can get somebody. Ryan Moore, Stroud or Herbert rest of season?
Stroud.
Okay. Wow. Good times. D-Lo, rest of season, Fields or Dobbs?
I have it now. Assuming that Fields comes back this week, I would still prefer Fields. We've seen the upside, and I'm not saying that Josh Dobbs has been bad. Not saying that at all, but the rest of season upside for Fields is still there.
I haven't seen any updates yet on Fields today, but
well, even if you did, Matt Eberflus is going to talk out both sides of his mouth. He pulled his best politician last week, where he was like, they were like, well, so is Fields playing? No. Well, then why do you have him listed doubtful? Well, the medical, the injury, 5 minutes later, still no answer.
So the multi-league assistant is a way to keep up with all the players in all your leagues, and it's part of my playbook, the greatest set of fantasy tools you're ever going to see in your whole life. So if you're juggling multiple fantasy lineups, all these different teams and all the different sites, and you feel a little overwhelmed, let Fantasy Pros help you simplify things with Fantasy Pros Multi-League Assistant, and you can see the latest news, notes, and rankings for every single player across all your teams. It's all in one spot. That's the key. FantasyPros.com/myplaybook, or just download the Fantasy Football My Playbook app today, wherever you get your apps. Go get them. Next one here is from, let's do Salem Ticken. This question. Should I trade Aaron Jones for Jahmyr Gibbs? Yes, you should.
Oh, if you can do that. And yes, for all the trade questions we get, not that I don't love them, but it's weird, Joe. It's like there's an app out there somewhere that can help you find trades in your league. I don't know where it could exist.
You mean like a finder of trades tool?
Yes,
like
kind of like a finder, a trade finder.
But what about like after that? Like, what if you want to analyze the trade? Would there be a tool that would analyze the trade?
Is there an app out there that can do that?
You know what I think there is? I think it's in my playbook. I
think it possibly exists.
I think it's a Fantasy Pros app.
Could exist.
Now that you're saying it, I think that's it. Let's go to Johnny Denopim. This is a great name. Johnny Denopim. My name is Johnny Denopim. Should I trade ATN to receive Mahomes? In a single quarterback league, no.
I would rather stream. Yes. I would rather stream quarterbacks. Like if you give me Kyler Murray and the Josh Dobbs.
Well, especially you can in a single quarterback league right now. Dobbs and a couple of these other guys floating around have been decent.
Replacing that type of running back production is extremely tough.
I missed one. Let's go back. JMC got Elijah Moore and Jayden Reed on waivers. Which do I go for? I think Reed.
They're in the
As
same.
Somebody who drafted every single Elijah Moore and is nothing but drop him and cry into a bucket of tears the entire season about how bad he's been. I can't go chasing it now.
I will say Jayden Reed, and the thing I'll add on top of here, Joe, is I was thinking about this the other day when I wrote up Jayden Reed for the Waiver Wire article. Jayden Reed and Rashid Shaheed feel like they're the Spider-Man gif. Like they're both looking at each other, staring at each other like, I have spike weeks. I have spike weeks. Oh, you do too? Oh. Like both of these guys have had multiple
guys are that. Like I think Shaheed, you know what kind of player he is. You know that's going to be the case. That's why he's a flex guy. That's what keeps him as a flex guy. Next one here is from Alton Dodson. Should I try and trade Stroud for Achane? I have Fields and Murray. Much love.
Oh,
do that. Look, if you have two question
that's
for you.
That's the secret sauce. That's nice.
If you could do it for Fields or Murray, would you rather keep Stroud?
I would rather keep Stroud. If you could do it for all the buzz around Murray, if you could even add a small piece like a wide receiver 3-4 to that, or a flex or a handcuff or something, and trade Murray instead.
Well, I think I would rather do that. If this is a super flex question, I think you could just pull that up straight up for one of these quarterbacks.
This might not be a super flex question though. Like considering CJ Stroud is what is he right now? Top 5? Is he?
I guess he just kept putting quarterbacks on his IR over and over.
But it's smart.
It is, because now look at you. Look where you are now. Mark Bova.
See where Stroud is right now.
Pros, more Stroud questions. Would you trade Stroud, Hunt, and Ferguson for Achane? That's a lot. Ferguson, Stroud for Achane.
Hunt. I mean, It depends on what your other. So you already have Allen.
Depends what your pivot at quarterback
Allen
is.
and
That's the
Hawk
problem.
here. Oh, he's got. I'm guessing that's Josh Allen and TJ Hawkinson. Oh yeah, I would definitely do that.
Oh, if you have Allen as your other quarterback, I was thinking.
So the update on Stroud, he is QB 6 for the season in fantasy points per game. He is right next to Mahomes. That's insanity.
It's crazy.
Wow. That's beautiful.
And I've got both of them in flex. Oodle lolly. Daniel Capsican.
We're not even talking about my flex team.
Well, sometimes the Lord giveth, sometimes the Lord taketh away.
It took everything away.
I think Daniel Jones took everything away. Too much investment in the Daniel Jones.
God, stop.
Told you. I warned you about that one.
Yeah. You knew he would tear his ACL. Yep.
No. I knew that last year, just because he ran a mock doesn't mean he was going to do it twice, and just because and the passing yardage total was not great.
Look,
guys, I'm tired of Lamar not scoring like Lamar. Do I stream Howell, Trevor Lawrence, or Love? Not Love.
I'm going
Howell this week.
Just the passing volume.
T-Law, yeah. I'm okay with that pivot this week.
He just looks so bad this year.
I mean, it's a short week against Cincinnati. Typically, Cincinnati and Baltimore get into fun games. Like, that's going to be a fun game.
I would actually, I mean, if you're not going to go Lamar, I would lean Lamar over any of these options, just straight up. I think Lamar has a bounce back game this week.
All right. Now, for those people joining late here, we're doing a lot of things. We're giving away a lot of stuff. First, we're giving away a TJ Hawkinson jersey. Okay, so we're giving this one away from Pristine Auction. So again, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below, ring the bell. That's how you win the Hawkinson jersey. But more than that, we're also doing a Keenan Allen jersey giveaway. Now, this one is on Thursday only. So you got to join myself and Andrew Erickson Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific time. We're giving away a signed Keenan Allen jersey from the Chargers right here this week. So make sure that you get your hands on it. And same way, make sure you drop the comment below, ring the bell, comment, and we're going to do that in Thursday's chat. So if you want to make sure, set your little phone reminder. But again, if you click the bell till it goes ding, you'll know when it's live stream time, and then you can jump in there and try to win this. So Thursday, it's a hot giveaway. We're doing things for the holidays. It's like our Black Friday sale at Fantasy Pros. That's what we're doing here. So win a jersey or 2 jerseys. That would be a good time. One less Christmas present. All right, let's go to Jordan Thompson, 10-man PPR. Would you trade Olave, Herbert for Achane? Khalil Herbert and Olave for Achane.
Yes, if you can do that, absolutely.
My team is White, Gibbs, Herbert, Charbonnet, Spear. Yeah, I think you need him there. DJ Moore, Hill, Higgins. A Higgins injury, too. That's a little...
Yeah,
you're a little thin at wide receiver, but still, yeah. Dakota Black, Lawrence, Fields, Howell, or Dobbs rest of season. How do you rank these guys? Fields?
Assuming Fields is healthy, it's going to be Fields number 1.
I say Dobbs, Howell. Fields, Lawrence, Dobbs, Howell. That's
I think I'm with you, Joe. I think it's Fields, Dobbs, Howell, and then Lawrence. Wow. Can you imagine saying that at the beginning of the season? Like, walking into week 1 and being like, yeah, Trevor Lawrence is going to be the bottom of this pile. Have fun.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't think Lawrence is at the bottom. I think it's Fields, Lawrence, Dobbs, Howell for me. Like, that's where I'm at. I'm not putting him at
Lawrence
the
is staring up at them like, oh, I would love fantasy production.
Daniel Benjamin, pick up Douglas, JSN, or Noah Brown rest of season.
Pop.
Okay.
Pop.
You got a lot of faith in that Patriots offense. I got
a lot of faith in good players, Joe, to be able to garner
when the Patriots come back next week after the bye this week. Yeah, I was going to say, is it Zappy? Is it done?
It's Zappy.
Is it Mac Jones? Sorry.
Bill is going to... Both Bills are going to look at Mac Jones and be like, just get out. Just get out.
2 years ago, things seemed like they were going so well. They seemed like they were really... Things seemed like they were going in a good direction.
They decided to go in the Wayback Machine and sign a lot of wide receivers that were good in 2015, 2016 to contracts.
I don't even know if they were good then. The craziest part is that they brought in Bill O'Brien and the offense got worse this year.
I don't think that's his fault. I don't think it's his fault.
I don't think the personnel helps, but it ain't good.
You're a salty Patriots fan, so we need.
I'm not salty. I'm loving this. I want them to turn it over.
You do not sound like a happy person. You don't.
I'm not a happy person because they won 2 weeks ago.
Oh gosh.
I want Marvin Harrison.
Like a happy person. Like I might Get the Caleb Williams or the Drake May sweepstakes.
I want Michael
You don't
Penix.
sound like
I
that.
want Penix. That's the guy I like. I like Penix.
Well, then they can trade back like the Patriots stuff do.
Gamming. We haven't seen Bad Mac in a while. Javonte or Mixon rest of season, half PPR. This is tight.
Oh, Javonte. Is it?
I think it is. ECR says it is. ECR says it is. Gavin Boozma. Should I try to flip Henry for Pacheco?
Yes. Yeah. With Pacheco plus. You can get Pacheco on top of that.
I don't know if you can, but you could try. Diego 11 Andre. Should I trade Travis Etienne? Well, this is kind of a weird question. No. I don't think you should.
No. It's 1 week. It's 1 week.
Don't freak out.
Were you that unhappy when he was scoring like 2 touchdowns a game?
It was so good. He was so good up until the San Francisco game. Come on. Notorious BET. Quick one for one of the fantasy bros. Dobbs or Stafford rest of season? I think Dobbs. Yeah. Dobbs. Matthew Baldock. Mixon or DK? What side do you want to be on?
It depends your roster. Like
I'm just gonna say Mixon. I'm not even gonna say roster. I'm just gonna say I want the running back.
I do lean the Mixon side. I do.
Juan Cifuentes just traded Derrick Henry and Jalen Warren for Kamara and Flowers. Fair trade. Already clinched a playoff spot in a 12-team league.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
JC Sports Guy, PPR Breece Hall for Bijan.
Ooh, I like that.
I think I want Bijan.
I want Bijan because look, the Falcons keep losing and Arthur is going bye-bye.
Well, I just look at Zach Wilson not being able to move the offense. Like, what are the scoring opportunities here for?
Well, there's no threat. There is no threat. Like, teams have finally woken up and realized, hey, we could just stack the box and you have to beat us. And Robert Saleh's still all in, baby. He's still like, Zach Wilson, let's go.
Do you think he is, or do you think the organization's pushing that?
I think he has to say that because they don't have any other option. But
they could have had options. Like, they could have signed Carson Wentz. They could have gone out there and made a trade for somebody. Josh Dobbs got traded.
They keep
where would Josh Dobbs
the Aaron Rodgers stuff like that? That's their glimmer of hope, and it's like Aaron Rodgers doesn't matter if you're walking into December with 5 wins. So have fun with that.
Have fun with that, and hope you had fun here with us right here on the live stream. Don't forget Thursday, be there live because they're giving away a Keenan Allen jersey, but we're also doing the Hawkinson jersey. So keep subscribing to the channel. Keep dropping the comments below. We love hearing from all of you. We love hanging out, talking ball with all of you. Don't forget to visit Uber Eats to get almost anything delivered right to your house. And of course, download that My Playbook app. And while you're at it, go hang out over at Betting Pros with us too. Winning money, go subscribe to that channel. Also, we're doing great content over there, and our NBA show just launched about a week ago there. Wednesdays and Fridays live right there on the Betting Pros channel. So full service, baby. That's what we do at Fantasy Pros and at Betting Pros. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For our producer, John and D-Bro, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.